24, breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
Good evening again, everybody. I'm Michael Cogdill.
And I'm Carol Goldsmith. We begin with the latest developments in the fight against Ebola. A doctor who survived Ebola was released yesterday from Emory University Hospital in Atlanta.
Also, 43 people who had contact with Thomas Eric Duncan have been cleared tonight from a CDC watch list. Duncan, of course, was the first person to die from Ebola in the United States.
Also, doctors say NBC News freelancer Ashoka Mukpo could be released from the hospital as early as this week. He was working in Liberia when he became infected.
The World Health Organization has officially declared the country of Nigeria to be Ebola-free. It's been 42 days, which is twice the quarantine time since the last case was diagnosed there.
But the United Nations says another of its staffers has died in the Ebola outbreak. The UN says a driver for the UN office in Sierra Leone died on Saturday. No one in South Carolina is currently being monitored for Ebola. That today out of a roundtable discussion with state leaders in Colombia.
Those leaders got together to make sure that all the agencies are talking when it comes to being prepared if, in fact, Ebola comes this way. WYFF News 4's Mandy Gaither is live and local. She is in Colombia for us tonight. Mandy, good evening.
Well, good evening, Michael. The governor won't say that the state is ready for Ebola. She says we don't have any cases here to test that, but she says South Carolina is absolutely prepared. It was a way of getting all the state's leaders in one room to tackle one potentially deadly disease, Ebola.
I think we're ready.
DHEC Director Catherine Templeton says officials have been preparing for Ebola since the summer and says 3 of the state's hospitals have stepped up and agreed to take on an Ebola patient if necessary, including Greenville Memorial. Greenville Memorial Medical President Paul Johnson says the hospital is ready.
Well, we're used to treating emergencies. We're used to treating major trauma. We're used to drilling and participating in disasters. This is something that we're looking at as a stepped-up level of what we normally do. It's fully covered in our disaster planning.
If Ebola does come to South Carolina, one concern would be to contain it. The South Carolina National Guard says it has the isolation gear and needed equipment to do that. Officials say a national company has agreed to remove contaminated waste, but Governor Haley said she'd like to see some in-state companies be available as backup. She also says she'd like to be able to turn to other states for help.
While I believe South Carolina is very prepared, I do want to see some regional hospitals in North Carolina and Georgia that can kind of have our back should we need that.
Haley says no one wants Ebola to come to South Carolina, but says officials are being proactive just in case. And state officials say that they're treating Ebola just like any other emergency. Mandy Gaither, WYFF News 4, live in Columbia.
Mandy, thank you. Greenville County schools have developed a plan to address concerns about the spread of Ebola. They sent out a statement to parents about the recent Ebola outbreak. And beginning today, parents of new students will be asked a series of questions to determine whether family members have been in a location that has been impacted by Ebola. Any student identified as at risk will not be enrolled. They want to remind parents in the statement, though, that no active cases of Ebola have been reported in South Carolina.
Spartanburg County Schools say they will follow guidelines provided by the state health officials and the CDC. Here's a look at their chart. It's titled Brief Ebola Risk Assessment for School. And it breaks down how school officials will decide if there is, in fact, an Ebola risk if someone in the school system develops a fever or other symptoms. For a link to that chart, just log on to WYFF4.com. Down east now, Lexington County Schools have asked one student to complete assignments from home until October 31st because the student's parent recently returned from Senegal, which is in West Africa. Senegal has had only 1 case of Ebola so far, and the school says they have no reason to believe the parent has been exposed to the virus. They just want to act with caution.
From preparing for Ebola to studying it. That's what's happening in a class dedicated to disease.
WYFF News 4's Mike McCormick brings us the story from Converse College in Spartanburg tonight.
The class here studies a wide range of diseases, but because of the timeliness of what's going on in West Africa and in the U.S., one student changed her focus to Ebola.
Still spotty in terms of what we're doing.
John Tileman and Morgan Fraser have their eyes on Ebola.
Some coworkers and some friends probably have come to me and they're saying, like, you're taking this class, what do you think, what's going on? I'm freaking out. And it's like, calm down. It'll be fine.
The class is Disease and Society. It's an honors class for freshmen at Converse College.
Everybody in there is sort of kind of like mine, where they're all really nerdy and interested in what's going on. So we have frequent discussions about Ebola and the media and how it's being treated.
And so far, they're critical of the media's handling of the situation.
And I think it might be a little bit blown out of proportion. There's certainly some hysteria surrounding it, which is necessary in some way, but not really needed.
Ebola is not the focus of the course. It's part of the bigger picture.
It's what's called still an emerging virus.
But it is the topic of Fraser's big project.
It's been a little nerve-wracking at times, but it's really fascinating.
She's looking at Ebola's political, economic, and social impact.
There are grave diggers that bury these people that get Ebola and die from it. They're not allowed to return to their villages or their families most often, which is shocking and also just horrifying that these people are stripped from their families for simply doing their job and helping the public.
That course is offered every other year here at Converse College. Mike McCormick, WIFF News 4 in Spartanburg.
Also in Spartanburg County, 4 people are safe tonight after this fire at a home. It happened just after 11:30 this morning in the Briarwood community. There is major damage to the home's right side, and the heat was so strong it also did some minor damage to the home next door. The cause of the fire is being investigated tonight. A traffic stop led to drug charges in Oconee County. 3 people are in trouble with the law tonight. Deputies say they found methamphetamine, heroin, prescription drugs, and paraphernalia in Harvey Ensley's car. The sheriff's office says his 2 passengers, Tequila McAllister and Whitney Harper, are charged as well.
In For Your Health tonight, when you think of cancer treatment, you may think of dark rooms, a lot of machines, but that's not the case at the new St. Francis Cancer Center on the Millennium ICAR campus. Opening today, it's the first cancer treatment center that offers everything under one roof. The center offers doctor visits, chemotherapy, radiation, even services like filling your medicines, wig fitting, and a chapel. It also is home to some of the state's most innovative cancer-fighting technology.
And in radiation oncology, your machine is your limiting factor, and we have really the best machine that's available for radiation oncologists today.
This $30 million building is also unique because they used mainly donor funds to build it, $1 million of that coming from its own employees.
A longtime Greenville bar and pool hall will soon have some new life as a restaurant with bistro seating. The Corner Pocket has been a downtown Greenville icon for more than 50 years now. Developer Todd Justice says the plan is to create an open-air, mid-level, family-oriented establishment with good food and a little edge. The new plans include large bifold doors, giving diners some sidewalk seating. A public hearing on the plans is set for November 6th, and that new restaurant is all set to open early next year.
A new festival coming to the Greenville area. It's called Imagine Upstate. The goal, to get kids excited and interested in the STEM fields. That's science, technology, engineering, and math. The festival is still in the planning stages, but the organizers say they've already lined up manufacturing companies, nonprofits, and educational groups to hold this next spring. They plan to have robots, hands-on learning experiences, and fun events for adults. The festival's executive director says there is a gap in the workforce, and they want this event to inspire kids to be STEM students.
We have fewer and fewer people graduating in STEM-related career paths, and we are bringing manufacturing to the upstate in a great way. So with all these companies coming and converging on the upstate, we need to make sure that we have our own homegrown workforce pipeline.
The festival is set for March 28th through April 4th. Anyone who would like to help plan and brainstorm for the festival can attend a meeting on November 12th at the library.
The organizers say nearly 475,000 people attended the South Carolina State Fair this year. That is the second largest crowd ever. The fair closed for the year last night, having set an opening day record of about 41,000 visitors, and then came closing day and another record, nearly 46,000. The fair did suffer 2 days of bad weather, had one headliner concert canceled because of an injury to a member of ZZ Top. The fair's general manager also says he is pleased with the Pink Fair that emphasized breast cancer awareness.